Hey, TheElastic here, back with another episode in our Hades series. We're on episode 9 now. We are continuing to try and progress the epilogue,
Let's go with
building
this one.
favor with the gods.
What's this one here?
So we will take out our adamant rail this time, start building up more
Far gods than I once wielded
Titan
you.
blood. We're going to start with the aspect of Eris, and we're going to work on investing some into the aspect of Hestia to be able to run with that one towards the end, I think, is the plan. So for now, we're going to put on Zeus's keepsake. I'm going to double check my mirror. Just show that.
Darkness is power.
So we're looking at Stygian Soul. I'm going to go with Family Favorite for this one. Just a little bit more consistent when you're starting with a god like Zeus, who does not immediately apply a debuff. We'd have to get multiple boons, and I'd rather keep our options open instead of being forced to take Jolted and something else that applies a status. I would rather just be able to pick the best boons that are offered to us. This one adds 5% damage, so you're going to see the 4 gods in your pool, and then Hermes all count, so 25%. Chaos does not count. But it's basically 25 guaranteed instead of a conditional 40 on privilege status. And since we're setting the conditions a little bit harder for us by starting with a god that doesn't apply a debuff, this is kind of the preferred. Alright. So to double check, we are on 1 heat. That's going to put us back on Extreme Measures 1.
That ought to liven things up.
These are very easy runs. Very minor changes, but we need to clear them so that we can be getting Titan blood, so that we can keep building up our armory.
Zeus, for all your magnanimity.
So fine a gift again, my dear nephew. Would that my sons and daughters on Olympus here would show me such respect from time to time. The lord and ruler of Olympus on the world, why, he needs a healthy sense of humor, no, young man? There's an awful lot of spoil sports out here, can't even take a little joke. Well, I know all their mothers. Fie on all of them, I say. Let's joke away.
Let's joke away. So we are immediately not seeing the attack, which is our focus for Zeus. We could take the dash, since we're already planning to put a lot into our lightning bolts. But I think we're going to take the cast, since it's generally a pretty low impact.
Have to reload first.
It's generally a pretty low impact slot. For the dash, we'd rather have something like Athena or Poseidon. For the special, maybe a status supplier, maybe something that has a high percentage, maybe something that's both. The attack, we really want Zeus, because that lightning spread really helps deal with enemies in mass. And then also, since our plan is to stack a bunch of Zeus boons, we want to be constantly applying the Jolted status and stuff like that. Typically, Chaos is fine here, but we're going to jump in and take the Nectar. The Nectar would have been a lot better if we had seen our attack, since we have the House Contractor perk that adds a palm with every Nectar we pick up. So it puts it into our Electric Shot, which we're not really using the cast that much. I mean, we could throw it out. But obviously, it cleared those guys, because these early chambers have so little health. But
Where now?
not really the focus. The main problem with Zeus's cast is that
Come on up. That's one more.
it doesn't add very much damage to Zag's cast. I think it added 10. It went from 50 to 60. Now we have a palm in it, so it's 84. So it doesn't add a lot of damage when you're throwing it into the boss. to try and get this, the 50% attack and special damage increase. It also, because it bounces, does not love to stick. You'll throw it at a boss, and then it'll try and bounce to something else, and then it won't actually be lodged, so you don't get the damage bonus. It's a little finicky. So, I'm going to go gemstones, because we're using them to buy keys, to buy nectar, since we are trying to progress. Oops.
Don't come back.
Our epilogue story. The aspect of Eris, when you stand in the special, this lobbed bullet here, you get this flaming aura, but I'm not killing this. I'm trying to stand still so that you can see it here. That flaming aura says that your damage is increased by, right now, 15%. It goes up as you put more Titan blood into the aspect. I missed a golden face. I guess we'll throw the cast a little bit more here, since we don't have our increased shot.
Delicious.
We don't have the money for the shop, because we took the heart instead of the gold. I didn't expect it to show up quite so soon. Go ahead and do that. Whoa! Hey there, armored hand. Being a pain. Alright, so we can go for hammer. Pretty much, with this aspect, pretty much anything that increases the amount that we can be shooting is going to be a damage increase for us. Whether it be my favorite 3-round burst, never reload modification, or the increased ammo, faster fire rate modification. Those are kind of the things we are looking for. Goodness gracious. We need these piles of skulls to go away, and we just don't deal very much damage with the lightning boom there. But, alright, those are gone. And we got Delta Chamber. So, that is wonderful news for us. Here's Poseidon. Obviously, if you've watched some of the other episodes, you know how strong his dash can be. I like this 3-round burst because it lets me shoot, and then in between each of the pulses, I can dash. So if I had a dash, like Poseidon's, I'd be dealing extra damage there. But it also just lets me be constantly attacking, while also maneuvering around so that I don't have to stand in bombs like I just did for almost no reason.
I salute you, Uncle Poseidon. Your strength and confidence inspire me, and you accepted me as part of the family without question. It means a lot.
Ah, nephew, but you needn't shower me with offerings and praise, you know. I have no need of showering at all. I have the sea itself to do with as I please.
True gamer. Doesn't need showering.
It's likely, little Hades, that you currently reside just underneath one of my boundless seas. Normally, you'd have to be submerged to use this power, but you know what? Close enough.
Close enough. So we got purple tidal dash. That is excellent. As I can really feel the lack of damage from not having Zeus's attack. Alright, so I'm going to throw the special out here, and then bounce around pushing these guys.
Useless.
Slam him into a wall.
They're finished.
Ooh, okay, so here is... We're going to take the trial. Because this Zeus...
Sides.
Break that gold before I forget. Give us the attack we really need. Perfect. We don't even care that it's common. The difference between common and...
What you have just done is tantamount to spitting in my face. Let me remind you then, the ocean can spit back.
The difference between common and epic on Zeus' attack is 5 damage a shot. It's not backbreaking. So... Now we have lightning, and we have tidal dash, and we have delta chamber. Honestly, this is like,
What can I
if
say?
we were speedrunning, this setup
Sometimes
would
our
be...
tempers get the best of all of us. Your fortunate mind didn't get the best of you back there.
Right. So we can take... Tough one. I don't want to take the call, because using Poseidon's call, it's all you can do. For 1.2 seconds, you are locked into the animation where you're dashing around as... And yes, you're invulnerable. Impervious, I guess it says. But you only deal damage when you crash into them, and that is limited. It's just not my favorite to be using. I'm going to wind up taking Hydraulic Might here. And so when we first enter a chamber, we're going to deal a bit of extra damage. I want to keep the special open for one of the other gods.
Oh, good.
And heal the little bit of damage we've taken. I'm going to take this... We only have the... I don't think this can get palmed, so we only have the 3, which means that we are free to put the palm into our... Well, let's see, this is a chamber that we're very glad to have the lightning attack. Look how fast we cleared that in comparison to actually needing to hit all of those numbskulls with a bullet. Or 2, because they had armor.
Power of Olympus.
I was wrong. Hydraulic Might can be palmed, so we do not have guarantee on our attack right now. Chaos summons us, but we're going to the shop. I am considering trying to sell the cast, even though it's received multiple palms. Selling either the cast or Hydraulic Might after this boss fight could leave us with just 3 boons to be palmed, so they'd be more valuable in Asphodel. At the same time, maybe not. It depends, because if we pick up another boon that can be palmed, we immediately undo that.
A winter's greeting to you, Zagreus.
For example, we pick up this special from... Ooh, here we go. We have to high roll the rare crop. I think as long as it doesn't hit Tidal Dash, we're okay.
It's freezing.
I'd hit Hydraulic Might. So it's kind of a wash there. We picked up a 3rd god for our pool. If it had hit our attack, we would have been very, very happy. 25% chance, right? Not high, but buy this to save a little bit extra cash. Thought about grabbing the special. Decided to try and high roll.
Some news back at your daddy's house, Redblood. So his illustrious abducted queen, she's come back home?
Wait, how do you even know all that? And should you really be talking about the Queen that way?
I don't answer to her. She can come and go as she wants for all I care. But you want to know who can't? Yeah, you.
Yeah, you. Okay, so we already pushed Electo on phase 1 here.
Hold it.
See, I threw the cast and it did not lodge. That's what I was talking about. Very finicky. Just maybe more, oh, I'm standing too close. I also cannot see what's going on at all. A combination of Electo and Tisiphone just makes everything a dark haze.
Tisiphone took off. Did Exegriff just shudder?
Obnoxiously. You couldn't see, I couldn't see, maybe you could see, I certainly could not. Alright, so we have to decide if there's anything we want in here. Ooh, wait, I just realized. Let me... Oh, no, actually it's the... I'm thinking of it backwards. There is a boon here. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to try and sell this cast, because it's just not doing things for us. It's not offered. I could sell Hydraulic Might, but it already got hit with the Rare crop. So it's going to go up, and it's just free passive damage. The fact that the electric shock bounces is kind of a detriment, but it's okay. We'll just keep going. You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to check which gods are behind on parts. It's like we don't need to pick Aphrodite. We can't unlock that one until her conditions are met. The conditions for Aphrodite are finishing the stories between the three quote-unquote romanceable characters, Thanatos, Megara, and Dusa. Artemis is way behind. Ares is extremely far behind. Demeter, we will see. We saw her in the shop, so we couldn't have given her one there, but when she comes back later, we can give her one. So Ares might be a good call, though he doesn't really fit into the build we're working for here. I think Artemis might be the best bet. So we'll put on the Adamant Arrowhead.
Might help.
And we can try and get her on the special, which I can't highlight because we don't have a boom for. So let's operate under that. Or we could get her on the call. You know, let's try and get her on the call. And then we can get Poseidon on the special. And then we can activate the duo boon. Potentially, we could activate the duo boon for Zeus and Poseidon. So that when we dash into things, they're also hit with a lightning bolt. Since we are working to increase our lightning bolt damage. Since that's what our attack is doing. It'll all build together that way. We would go for Hermes, I suppose. Having extra dashes early is very strong. Having extra dashes late is also very strong. Having extra dashes in general, you could say. Very strong. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Just gotta come down here. Try and shoot the pile of skulls.
Wanted to let you know my sister Artemis is out looking for you. You should be running into her any chamber now.
Wunderbar. Right. None of these are what we were looking for. I'm willing to take a reroll. I don't mind. None of these are what we were looking for. I'll increase the special speed so that we don't have to spend quite so much time waiting for that to come down. It might have felt like a little bit of a waste. Especially if I had looked at our gold, maybe I wouldn't have done that. No, because I couldn't have known the mid-shop was coming up right here. If we had picked Side Hustle, we could have taken this mid-shop. And then kept our Artemis boon for one more chamber at least here. But these things were all unknown to us, so...
You found me, Artemis.
Remember to gift her a nectar?
Artemis, I am indebted to you for the strength and cunning you have given me.
Look, Zagreus, I don't know what to say except for thanks.
She'll stammer her way through that, embarrassed. Adorably embarrassed.
I once heard Lord Hades has in his employ the greatest hero of the Trojan War. You happen to know anything about that? I'm kind of a fan. You see Achilles, tell him he's the best for me.
Artemis simping for Achilles. Classic. Alright, so we didn't see... It wants us to replace our dash, and we obviously do not want to do that. So we'll take pressure points, just to give us a little bit of crit chance on any of our moves here. We have to take Zeus when we see him. No, we said that we wanted a Poseidon buff in the special, but There are a lot of Zeus buffs that we still need to see to really get our build turned up to 100 here, so...
Bye now, ladies.
Static discharge is exactly what we're looking for. In blue, wonderful. So every time we attack, we apply Jolted. Well, there is a slight cooldown on the lightning bolts, but almost every time we attack, it's going to apply Jolted to the enemy, so then every time they attack, they are hit for the triggered damage, which base status on blue there was 82. So every time they try and attack us, they're going to take an additional 82 damage beyond what we're dealing as we hit them here. Because we're shooting so much so fast, it's a pretty constant application. Alright, so our hydraulic might is now up to 75%, and it'll go even higher in 3 more encounters. So it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. The first 10 seconds of combat are going to be very high damage for us, which is cool. Not that we're trying to go necessarily fast, but not having to spend a bunch of time doing nothing is a welcome change. Or a welcome... word I can't think of, I guess.
In the name of Hades.
Alright, so we again did not see extra dash. Really... I'll take side hustle. It's... never make or break, in my opinion. I really just don't think you need as much money as it generates for you. But since we want to be able to be buying so many boons, we'll grab the special here so that our Poseidon and Zeus boons can offer us the duo boons, the word I'm looking for. This one's called Sea Storm, as a reminder. Now that you see we have green right here and right here. I pointed at those correctly. When you knock away effects, like our dash there, struck by lightning, the lightning damage is base 40. But things like static discharge, which applies the jolted, if we get the legendary, it'll fire an additional lightning bolt. There's a lot of ways to generate a whole bunch of extra damage using Sea Storm and Tidal Dash, which I think is why they, just like with Merciful End, they removed Tidal Dash from the list of activators because it just would be too strong of a combo if it turned itself on. They added an extra barrier to making it happen so that it didn't become just the strongest thing you could be doing. Not that Tidal Dash needs any help. I think we've, in previous episodes, demonstrated enough that it just rocks and rolls on its own. Hydra vanquished.
Till you reconstitute again.
Here we can take... we could take the Acorn. I think we're just going to rank up other items. So I'm going to put on Mom Palm. Every time we do 6 encounters, it puts a palm into a random one of our boons. I'm typically not the biggest fan of this because it is just kind of RNG, and we tend to craft our builds so that we could win without a bunch of random palms stuck in things. But we have a bunch of stuff that can be palmed now, and none of it's bad for us if it gets stronger. There also wasn't a different one that keepsake that I wanted to use, and oh, I can sell this now. All right, we can clear off this slot, which does unfortunately mean it can be offered elsewhere, but on the plus side, I could grab something else, maybe Artemis's cast, maybe Poseidon's cast, but something that is actually going to lodge when I get the target I want. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this, just because we have Dark Thirst and because we have Side Hustle, so we're gonna generate a lot of money just by playing anyway. Not to mention we sold our cast, which means we got just a little bit of chunk, a little chunk of extra money.
The dead must have it pretty good up here.
Take Poseidon here, since we already got the hammer we wanted the most. Poseidon could give us any of his tier 2 boons are strong. Breaking Shoals, the one that applies Rupture. We could potentially see his cast, which we just talked about. And of course, there's the opportunity to see the Poseidon Zeus duo boon. Let's see what we get. Breaking Wave is the one that I want here. Slamming foes into barriers creates a watery blast in an area. The blast deals 100 damage. It makes clearing the tunnels and sticks just very, very quick. We have Dark Thirst, so I'll go over here for the Mirror Darkness.
Chariots.
Ooh, gotta take a Zeus boon. The best thing we could see in the shop is a Zeus boon, so
Thought I'd find you here.
might as well take this as a
You'd
guarantee.
be up to have another of our little contests. Now let's go. This won't take long.
No, it will not.
Die.
Olympus calls.
That's the end of that.
Right. And here we see the cast that we sold. That's alright. We will take Zeus's call, fill in that slot.
You took down more than I did. Outdid me once again there, huh? I have to admit, you're not as bad at all of this as I expected. First I found you, I was certain that you had no chance at all.
I seem to have this whole easy to underestimate thing about me based on a decent sum of my relationships. In any case, I always welcome your appearances out here. I know it's not been easy for you, Then.
That's fair as an assessment, I would say. But then again, it's never been an easy time for me. I know I have to do my job, but I don't have to keep on helping you like this.
What, you're telling me this is it? You're just going to leave me to my own devices then? I've proved myself to you, something like that?
No, you deadbeat, I'm telling you the opposite. Why do you think I keep on showing up? You may not really need me, Zagreus, but I will take these opportunities to help. I take it that's all right.
It is all right. Thanks, Then.
Alright, so now we've unlocked Than's relationship bar. we can continue progressing that story.
It's the butterfly ball.
Butterfly ball. I don't know that the butterfly ball is affected by jolted damage. It feels like it's always attacking because it's always dropping the... Ooh, one of them actually armored up. It feels like it's always attacking because it's always dropping the butterflies out, but I don't know that that counts as an attack because I don't see the damage. I'm not sure. We did get the dual boon here, so Sea Storm. As we dash it at things, they'll also take the lightning damage. So it is very important now for us to continue buffing our lightning bolts. We have static discharge, but we are also going to be looking for high voltage, double strike, or storm lightning to an extent. High voltage or double strike would be significantly better. Double strike being the best of them, as it has a percentage chance to just deal double damage, essentially, since it makes them hit twice. Any of those three will turn on Splitting Bolt, the legendary. So we will take more palms since we have an abundance of coin thanks to our Hermes buff. Clearing flame wheels, not an issue for this build. Rearming?
That one's come back.
Where did we... Oh. I think he just stood in a trap and died. I don't think we dealt with him.
The power of the gods.
I'll put it in pressure point, I guess. Don't need any of those. What about the healing, but we don't really need to. Rewarded for not buying it, as we get a fountain chamber here. And then we see Patroclus. Gift him a nectar.
Just the relief from misery that I was looking for. A fleeting feeling, really. But I'll take a fleeting feeling over none.
That's both very dejected and very astute of you to say. Take care of yourself, will you? You ever want to travel past this glade, sir? Elysium in all its splendors. There's a lot to see. Sure you're all right?
I'm sure enough, stranger. I traveled far and wide whilst I drew breath. That got me rid of any wanderlust. This little corner suits me well, I think. I have the statue there, the river. It's quite nice.
So we don't need to refresh any death defiances. We are at full health. I guess we take the Cyclops attack jerky, though it only increases the physical damage, does not increase our lightning damage, so it's a pretty minor increase. We'll go this way, since we need more gemstones to buy keys, to buy nectar, to continue furthering our relationship with the gods. So as I dash into these guys, you'll see yellow numbers jump up. Even if I'm not doing the attack, you'll see the yellow numbers jump up. Because our Sea Storm is proccing. Hey, the Mom Pom actually hit our attack. Something we haven't been able to do with, with actual Poms. Alright, we'll take another... Will we? I don't really have need for another Demeter boon, so I'll take some health and just move on. If it were an actual Demeter boon, we could give her a nectar, but it's not. It's in the shop, so
Quickly,
you're not able to.
or perhaps slowly.
plan is to sit, as per usual for this version of Theseus and Asterius. Try and sit right on top of Theseus, who runs away. And we can hit him with our dash and with our call. And then Asterius will jump to and fro. Where did Theseus go? There he is. He's down here somehow. Asterius will come to us. Theseus will run away from us. So we go to Theseus and just let Asterius follow. This is a general strategy for normal heroes here if you have a high damage output build.
Don't make me come up there, boy.
You will see sometimes I will go hide behind a pillar and fight Asterius alone. If your build is not high enough damage output, Asterius can be extremely disruptive with the way he jumps, and so you try and kite Theseus away and block his spear throws with the pillars, because otherwise he'll just kind of leave you alone. And as long as you're line of sighting him so that he cannot hit you with his spear throw, you can fight Asterius one-on-one. It kind of just depends on how confident you are with your damage. I'll take that to top us up, since we will generate gold through all of the chambers of sticks here. Take a look at the shop. We've got a Zeus boon down there, and we have another Hermes boon down there as well. Start with the heart container up here. And this is where our wall slam ability that we picked up is really going to be helpful. We don't even really need to be shooting. We're doing it because we don't ever run out of ammo, right? So it's, why not? But really, if we just wanted to dash through these rooms, we could still be clearing them extremely quickly with Tidal Dash and Breaking Wave.
Inside the filth-encrusted layers, carved into the looming edifices of the underworld, lie such terrible abominations that not even grim Lord Hades is inclined to speak of them.
This gigantic vermin head deserves a lot more credit, if you ask me.
I wouldn't know how to carve that.
Need to keep looking down those passageways.
Go ahead and take the Zeus spoon, see what we get.
Ah, so then the boatman Charon came through for us after all, did he? Whatever means we have to reach you, we'll employ.
He's offering an exchange.
So we did not get Double Strike. And we do not have access to getting another Zeus boon. So taking high voltage would not actually enable the legendary, since we don't have a means to see it. Clouded Judgment will, since we are constantly dealing multiple sources of damage, is going to help our haul just be constantly full. The only thing to manage is I need to be sure that I'm actually using it, or it's going to fill all the way, and we're going to greater call on accident and then not have one when I need to dodge. But don't you worry too much about that. The Mom-Pom hitting pressure points, giving us another percentage of crit on all of our abilities. Alright, so we did not see it in the second chamber here. Which means if we take the gold chamber... Ooh, we put in our attack. Wonderful. We take the chamber that rewards us with gold, plus our side hustle. We can probably buy the Hermes rune out of the shop, and maybe have access to either hypersprint or greatest reflex, which is the extra dash. Mom Pom hit title dash there, so getting quite a bit of value, hitting good abilities.
Oh, good.
All right, get our sack of duck.
Huge three-headed hound. Quiet taste.
Oh, so we actually are a little short. We're only at
Oh, Cerberus.
468. That's all right. We don't need the Hermes buff. We can buy the Artemis and the Palm, or we can buy both of the Palms.
Come on out.
Alternatively, we could just run another chamber. But I don't think that it's necessary. So we'll buy this Palm, put it here. That was good luck, so we'll buy this Palm too. Put it here. Wunderbar. We are now at 7 on our attack, even though we got it late.
One of his favorite sacks.
We got it late. We palmed up a cast a bunch, then sold the cast, but
Thanks, boy.
fortune has favored us, and we are now
Made it again.
squared off. So, do a little fighting here.
Oh, hi, Father.
That pomegranate blossom. I caught its subtle scent as you approached. The queen has her mother's strength, and much more self-control.
What, you're afraid of a little flower now, Father? One that imbues me with the fiercest might of Olympus, granted, but still. It looks harmless, at least.
I fear your little flower there much more than you. The queen and her mother, they possess power over life, thus power over death.
Oops.
Get out! You should have avoided that.
I'll avoid it in the future. I'm not really worried. Come on, man.
Tell you to fight. Darkness.
So, again, we are just kind of bouncing around. We're dodging his throws and thrusts as best we can, and then when he does his spin, we use our call. Oops. Ran out of dashes there. Using the call gives us iframes, invincibility frames.
Now.
Oops. I was so focused on standing in the special that I didn't move when I saw him appear.
We are not finished.
Ooh, I timed that very poorly. I also didn't get the cast in him somehow. Man, I'm goofing up. Just jump away from them for a second. Plan being, use the oh my goodness, the call to dodge for us so that we can be shooting all the time.
Enough of you.
I messed it up a bunch, but we had so much health, 315 max and 3 death defies, that it didn't make any difference.
I'll get you yet.
See you at home.
Didn't make any difference.
In the name of Hades.
The heroic hydraulic might is cool, but it wasn't necessarily a key factor. I would say, first thing first, get lightning on attack, pick up jolted. We had tidal dash, which was awesome. We had sea storm, which was awesome. This is probably what I would credit the build to. It's a favorite build. It's actually my personal fastest on speedruns.
Tales to be told of both great deeds and of vainglorious defeats. And this has been a tale that falls somewhere in the middle overall.
Somewhere in the middle. Another great, another bad. The Eris Lightning Shot Delta Chamber build is my fastest speed running on the other file. 854 time. I don't think it's considered a meta build, but it is a personal favorite. I really enjoy that playstyle. Before we talk to anyone, I'm going to see how much nectar we have to dole out.
Here's the latest cat, chef.
Talk to the chef, talk to the concession stand, whose name we learned is Broker.
You trying to fleece
Wretched
me here?
Broker.
More keys for
Totally
me.
remembered that from the other day.
Seems like a good deal. Trade you these gemstones.
In Hades 2, please give us mass purchasing.
I'll take the nectar.
Please.
But that was then and this is now, and we have work to do. Anyway, Thin, I think we'd best continue this discussion at some other time.
You're interrupting private conversations, Agrius. Leave us.
Ay.
Let him stay if that's what he wants. What does it matter? He's technically allowed within these halls, but he must know he isn't welcome anymore.
I feel like that's an old conversation that's just now triggered because there wasn't story to progress. As obviously we are welcome in these halls, we're employed by the house.
He's done it, Cerberus.
You are always much too kind, you know, my friend. Now, typically, I would express my gratitude through song. Except, you understand, don't you?
I understand completely, Orpheus. I think we'll both get through this rough patch in due time.
Due time. Oh, this was marked because we could buy this thing, but I spent all of our gems on keys. I should probably stop doing that.
More nectar
Whatever.
for the old disposal service, Father, if you don't mind. Come on, you must have tried the stuff, at least in the days before you were here. Didn't you ever enjoy yourself at any point?
I don't require beverages in order to enjoy myself, boy. Unlike so many of your kin upon their mountain. Yet this blasted substance somehow finds its way to my domain. Then fine. You wish for the customs here to be more akin to Olympus? Why not?
Why not?
My records indicate that you've collected earnings based on some of your accomplishments there, boy. I suppose you need an income of your own, having decided to cut ties and all.
What, you mean the bounties that you've offered up to anybody capable of beating Meg and all your other guardians out there? Don't you think that puts a lot of undue pressure on them, knowing that you've turned them into targets?
They must do better than they have, else they shall be replaced. If they're to grow in their respective roles, they have to know their weaknesses. And so do I. That you collect the bounties for it matters not.
What about the bounties for vanquishing you? Who's your replacement going to be?
Enough. Get out.
No. Get out. Go.
Mother's not here now, huh? You don't like it when I pet your other heads, huh? No.
I grow nauseous merely listening to this.
It is my humble duty to oblige my favorite boy with all the treats as I am able to procure.
Aww.
Knowing the watchdog's never-ending appetite for treats, the prince obliges him.
Aww.
Oh, neat. Thanks. It's not so bad that you keep coming back like this, is it? At least for me it isn't.
I'm getting used to it. Though I don't think I'd feel particularly welcome anymore if not for you, Hypnos.
Hey, you look like you could use some sleep.
Says the god of sleep.
Hi.
Hey, Dusa, here's some more of this really, really good nectar for you. Please keep up the wonderful work, and more importantly, keep being your wonderful self.
I'm really very flattered, Prince, but I've just been so busy lately that I haven't even had a chance to try the last bottle you gave me, so you want this back? Maybe for someone else?
Please, it's yours. Besides, you must have some time off coming up when you can enjoy it, don't you?
Oh, I mean, maybe I do. I think maybe I do, except nobody's told me anything about that. And besides, there's so much work to do around the house still. I just can't leave everything like this.
Well, you enjoy, all right?
Bye-bye.
Achilles, did you ever used to pray to the gods? Make offerings to them and such back when you were alive?
Prayed mostly to my mother, lad. I always had my doubts the gods were listening, that they could even hear. Though I suppose that if you make an offering, they might be so inclined, just for the moment anyway. They're helping much.
They're helping, definitely, sir.
We only have 3, so I'm going to hold off on giving him 1.
Hey, I know you.
I really thought the goddess of the hunt was looking out for me. Cause of death trampling. Okay, I'm not sure where Persephone is, but... cut through here.
Boyo?
Hey, Skilly. Alright.
I have returned.
Do another run with this. Could you just a damage run? There aren't that many builds that are super fun. I mean, there are. I just have strong preferences on whether these things work out. I'm going to take the aspect of Demeter and try and push this for higher heat. And we are again going to try going for the Merciful End build. So we have to take this up to 6. Fastest way is just going to be push to extreme measures 3.
What could go wrong?
You seek such fame as your great relatives upon their mountaintop? Seek to be valuable, not to be known. Obscurity is not what makes you weak. Worship from mortals is a nuisance, not a boon.
So again,
Power of night.
we attempted this at the end of a different episode and we didn't get it. I guess we will take Flying Cutter since we are on the aspect of Demeter here.
Stronger.
We're trying to get Ares on our attack and then multiple Athena boons so that we can activate our... Well, we're trying to get a handful of specific boons so that we can activate the duo boon between Ares and Athena. That is called Merciful End, which your deflect abilities instantly proc the Doom stack on your target. So the attack will apply Doom, and then we'll dash through with our deflect from Athena, and that'll make it so that our Doom stack does not have a wait time on it, basically.
More witches?
And there's a bunch of parts to make it stronger, but since it all revolves around getting the duo boon, it can be a little bit difficult. That felt good. It can be a little bit difficult. We have to skip chaos because we need to get our gods in play here. But also, we really need to give Nectar to Ares and Athena, so it fits that this is what we're trying.
Such a splendid offering to me. How very thoughtful there, my kin. I am taken aback, though I accept. You are a most impressive death dealer, my kin. For by my estimation, you have slain at least 1,000 souls down there. Souls mostly having died before, but still.
Oh, okay, so I'm going to spend one of our rerolls here because we really want to get the attack. Perfect. We got the purple attack. So now every time we hit something, well, every time we hit something that doesn't have a stack of Doom, it gives it a stack of Doom. After a brief moment, the victim takes a burst of damage, which at purple base is 100. The core of this build is that we won't have to wait that brief moment. Alright, so we don't have any money, but we wouldn't be interested in Zeus anyway, since we are looking for specifically Ares and Athena. And I have a feeling that it is going to make us take a god or two. It's going to force us into some. I don't want to overfill our god. I will take Urge to Kill, which will... Will I? I will take Curse of Vengeance. After you take damage, inflict Doom on foes around you. It's just another way to get Doom on people. And unlike Hangover, it doesn't overwrite, because once they have a stack of Doom, they cannot get another one until it activates for damage.
More darkness.
Alright, well, I said we weren't interested in Zeus, and so, of course, we're forced into him. But this is exactly why we didn't want to early buy, even if we had the money. It's because it's going to make us take a god or two. And if we start going beyond the pool 4, it gets really
Please, Lord Uncle Zeus, accept this
dicey.
gift of nectar in your honor, though it is such a pittance in comparison to all the generosity you've shown.
I'm very pleased to see a show of such respect and admiration for your uncle, Zagreus. You'll go quite far here on Olympus with an attitude like that. Not everyone's as mannered, nor as wise. By the way, nephew, I hear tell your mother Nyx is quite the catch, if you'll forgive my saying so, of course. Your father's never had much of a sensibility around companionship, though perhaps this concubine of his brought something out in him at last.
Oh, Zeus. Alright. We cannot take the special, because we need it from Athena to be able to have Merciful End in the pool. We don't want to take Thunder Dash, because we want Athena's Dash, so that we have an activator for Merciful End. Which leaves us with Electric Shot, which is the boon that I had been complaining about and sold last time. So... Here we are. Ouch. Trap there. Be careful.
God's grant me strength.
Our Doom attack is going to be how we primarily deal damage, so I put the palm in that.
Something's amiss.
Something's amiss.
Death approaches.
The mini boss room here should give us 2 keys, which means 2 Fated Authority, which will put us at a total of 3, which means we have 1 for the first reroll and then 2 for the second reroll. So we do have more selection, which is very helpful in trying to find Merciful End and the parts to turn it on. Especially since we're getting very near the end of the biome and we haven't seen Athena naturally. We're going to have to keepsake her in the second biome, most likely, unless she's in the shop coming up here. Oops. Dang it, Than. That was mine. All of the kills are mine. I can't believe you took 3 of them from me, Thanatos. That is 6 of them? You greedy boy. Clearly the 35, 36 that I have is not enough.
What chance did they have?
We only get one Fated Authority. It doesn't work the way I thought it does. We get one per room, it's not one per key. Ah. Bummer. Big old bummer. I got excited over nothing. I explained it so confidently, too. Ah, that's so embarrassing.
Rewarded.
Put on our Doom here, so it's our
Still.
main damage. Same reasoning as last time. See Athena in the shop here, for sure.
Charon's shop.
I meant Aphrodite. Dang it.
Pleasure doing business.
Buying this key would not give us Fated Authority. It's only room reward. Which should have tipped me off the fact that it would be one, but...
Our knees ready. What's that you're holding, Zagreus? Please tell me that you didn't steal the most dangerous, unstable artifacts sealed shut within your father's vault.
I didn't steal the most dangerous, unstable artifacts sealed shut within my father's vault. Is that what you wanted to hear?
It wasn't I who stole them, if that's any reassurance to you, Meg.
You are a hopeless fool. You cannot possibly know what you're doing with those things. You put them back exactly where you found them.
I mean, Skelly called them mittens. Does that make them less threatening? So, gotta dash in and make sure the doom is applied. Oh, whoa! Oh, Meg, stop, please! What are you doing? That phased. We still don't have our Athena yet, so our cutter is not dealing as much damage as it will once we get that special active.
Be seeing you around. Titan blood.
Tight. That's what we're aiming for. Alright, let me go to our Athena keepsake.
Moving on. Let's see here. Go
If this is totally gonna work this time, come on. Give it to me. One time. I know we don't have the mirror perk that makes it more likely that we see dual wounds, but
The Bone Hydra awaits.
Merciful End also has so many parts that it can be difficult even with that perk. The thing is, like, when it's active, it's so strong. Very fun.
Expecting someone else there, boss? A certain half-sister of mine, perchance? Well, tough break. I got here first. Want one of these or not?
I do. I do want one. I want this one specifically. Greatest Reflex lets us dash through more times. Ooh, wait. Okay, so we get Eurydice. Good. We only have one Nectar. Which means when we see Athena, we couldn't give it to her if we gave it to Eurydice. Not good.
Hey, hun, what's
So we
going
can't
on?
do that.
Speak up. I know when something's up down to my roots, and something's up.
Well, it's just, I think I wanted to tell you more of Orpheus, since he's court musician in my father's house. Calls you his muse. Says he misses you terribly. I thought you should know.
Orpheus said all that, huh? Tell you what, the next time you run into him, you ask him about the time that he came all this way to try and save me, even though I was already dead. Can you guess how that turned out?
Yes, I do believe I can. Look, I didn't mean to upset you.
Yeah, well, neither did he. But you know what? Actions beat intentions, hun. Now here, how about a treat and you can be on your way?
Pick a treat. We'll go for the Nectar specking forward, since we don't really need to increase rarity. We have purple on our attack, so we don't need to increase rarity on anything. Only one of these things needs to be palmed, and we've already got level 4 on it, so...
Bye now. now?
We will increase the rarity on our special here that we'll totally get 100% guaranteed because we are the luckiest people in this apartment.
How many now?
Whoa, that's close. Gift nectar?
Goddess Athena, please accept this gift. Your wisdom ever guides me toward the light.
My, how very generous of you to offer me this gift. I'm very grateful, though I ask that you not go out of your way on my account. Let's please stay focused here. I understand you've been in contact with my father. Your Uncle Zeus, I mean. He's taken interest in your plight. You should feel honored.
Got the special at purple. So the drink was an excellent choice. We see Ares here. And because we have the increased rarity, we're really hoping to see the dual boon. It is active now that we have the special, even if we do not have the dash with which to turn it on. I think getting the duo boon itself is the more difficult task, so...
Lord Ares.
We'll use a reroll here to try and see it.
What about these?
Merciful End. Your abilities that can deflect immediately activate Doom effects.
Off we go.
So now we need Athena's dash. There's also an Ares boon that makes Doom slower to activate, but deal higher amounts of damage, right? Because we will have the ability to activate Doom stacks whenever we want, there is no downside to that. So that's what we'll look for on the Ares side. We get to see a Nectar here. That will palm one of our abilities at random, but it will also give us a Nectar so that we can be giving it to our god friends. There is another enemy here somewhere. Bonk.
I'll take it.
Put it into electric shot, which is not ideal. We'll go this way as we can see Athena or Ares again. Or we can see Dionysus.
Why not?
Which is fine. We don't want the dash, but we will happily take a strong drink. Not gonna take the palm. I think we have enough of that for now.
Bone Hydra, if you understand me, menacingly hiss. What now?
Charged again. Oops, I ripped it right as he went impervious. We couldn't have done extra damage anyway, I just wasn't sure how far it was away. So I used a special there before the cutter was charged to activate the Doom stack that was standing on the left side head there. Oops, that didn't go. Can you get out of your impervious state, please? We have damage to do. Picking up the Dionysus boon was our 4th god.
Enjoy your magma bath.
So now we will see repeats of Athena and Ares more frequently through Elysium. Though we did pretty good in Asphodel anyway.
Hydra, then, I take it.
We will take... Doesn't really matter very much what we take here. We could take the Mom-Pom, we could take the Coin Purse. We could even take the Bone Hourglass if we really wanted to. I guess we'll just take this because it's something to take.
Courtesy of the Pact.
Just needs something.
Nice and cool up here.
So now we're really looking for Athena and Ares again. I'm gonna go for gold. I'm not sure why it sometimes is using the punch before it charges all the way up. That doesn't feel ideal to me. I'm also realizing our health total is a little low, but clearly it hasn't been much of an issue yet. It's really just when we get to the Hades fight. I'm so used to having a lot of health that I tend to use it as a resource to get the fight over with a little bit faster. Is there a cutter charge? Probably. I don't remember seeing it jump up. But I guess we'll just take this.
Perfect fit.
That's the dash hopper. I don't use it very often. This is just a little bit awkward of a combination
Think I got one.
for me to hit. I'm so typically just holding on to the attack button. Alright, we're in here. Here's Athena. Just what we wanted.
Use this.
It is not showing us the dash, so I'm going to take a reroll.
What else we got?
There's the dash. So our combo is active now. There are things that we can get to power it up. We're going to take Athena again. Oh, actually, here's a good way to exemplify. Is that a word? I think so. Exemplify exactly how strong this build is.
Wow, thank you, Charon. Sorry.
We're gonna fight Charon. He is one of the strongest fights in this game.
Charon, look, I can explain. It's just, I've grown very accustomed to taking stuff throughout my father's realm. I wasn't stealing from you, honestly.
I was absolutely stealing from you. He knows it.
That was not an understanding sound. Wait, why are you brandishing your oar in such a menacing way?
Alright. So all we do is we apply Doom and we dash through, and then the Doom goes off. And we do that repeatedly. Now I keep trying to dodge his attacks. He pushed here. He pushes, I don't quite remember how many times, but... Dodge this, dodge this, dodge this, dodge... Ooh, we didn't quite dodge that one. But look how fast, every time I dash through him, just watch how fast his health drops. He's got big swings. Boom, 256, 219. And he's gone. I promise he really is one of the hardest fights, even though we didn't make it look that way.
No way, a membership card for me?
A hidden stretch of the boundless river Styx cuts through misty Erebus, providing for the river boatman Charon a locale in which to deal with the unruliest of souls.
Nice place you got here, mate.
I had not seen... Look at all of... He's just got money and treasure chests and coins on the ground. Alright, so we pick up the membership card. We get 20% off all items in the shop for the rest of the run. As well as we got 300 gold coins that we stole from him.
Look at these savings.
Look at these savings. Alright, so now our health total is lower. We took quite a bit of damage. Man, Charon hits really hard. So we would like to heal. Luckily there's a well here. So we have a decent shot at it. Every time we dash, things just... we're dealing so much damage. Look at that. It's just melting away. And there's the safety of the dashes are Athena's dash, so we deflect.
In the name of Hades.
I'm going to increase our move speed a little bit. We definitely don't need more money since we have the Charon membership card. Increasing our special speed feels a little minor, so I'm just going to make us go a little bit faster. Oh, there's no healing in here. We'll take an Athena room so that we can get Blinding Flash, which is our exposed for more backstab damage. Butterfly Ball's gone that fast.
I'll keep my soul for now, thanks.
Here it is. So this would give us the access to the legendary. But I think... You know what? Never mind. We'll take this. When you deflect attacks, it deals more damage. And it turns on... It is the one... Come here. The one key access that can turn on Divine Protection. Which we got on a different episode. It's just something cool. We'll go Gemstones, since we do not have Dark Thirst, but need Gemstones to... Those guys are gone. See ya. We need Gemstones to buy... Challenging Room. Alright, we'll take the Trial. Trials can't show us Dual Boon, but we already have Mercy. And... Sorry, finish my thought. Goodness. Gemstones to buy keys so we can keep buying nectar, since we need them for the gods. We're going to take Athena first here.
I am most grateful.
We're going to get the legendary because we are so awesome.
Your course of action here was ill-advised, my kin. For war shall come to you no matter what, as I shall presently reveal.
Well, if war was going to come anyway, then it was the correct choice because we got the legendary. Mr. Sir.
Apologies, Lord
Mr.
Ares.
God, Sir. So. Hit them, dash through. It'll take longer for them to spawn than it will for us to just kill them all.
Let's give them a show then.
Just wait until we get to Hades. It's very funny.
Morally commendable, my kin. Then here.
If he gives us... Yes! Yes! Your Doom effects deal more damage but take an additional half a second to activate. An increase of 60%.
The war is on.
We're already dealing 176 damage. So that's... What? Oh god. Math. 60 plus 21 plus 21. We're looking at 102 extra damage. I hope I did that right. Alright, I definitely want this heal. We can probably just buy... Oh, we can absolutely just buy everything. Because everything is discounted in cost. I should have taken the call. Oopsie.
Hey, Charon, you're not angry with me after we had it out last time, are you? I mean, I figured since you gave me one of your loyalty cards, must mean everything's fine, but I'm just making sure. Well, that is a relief.
We have so much money. Kind of feel bad for Charon. I should maybe give him a nectar. We have 2.
You enjoy that, mate? And when it comes time to reconsider your price structure, hope you think of me.
Let's not get greedy, Zach. You did just fucking rob the man and then beat the shit out of him to get a membership card. Alright, so here's Extreme Measures 3.
It's finally time, Mysterious. He's here. Aren't you now, you vile, insignificant hellspawn? Prepare now to be overrun.
Oh, this is unfair. That's a bronze-plated Macedonian Tau Lambda. What's an obnoxious bellyacre like you doing with the most durable chariot created to date?
An obnoxious bellyacre like you.
You don't deserve to know. Suffice it that Asterius and I were handsomely rewarded once again, and we shall not hesitate to exploit our hard-fought spoils against you.
Alright. Well. Asterius is pushed.
Uncontrollably, you monster, for there's naught else you can do against my might. My chariot!
I'm taking a bunch of damage for no reason here. Alright, Asterius is gone. I'd like to put a cast in him real quick. His chariot's broken.
Lady Aphrodite, I invoke your aid.
See it! You see it? I know we haven't done that fight before, but they typically have so much health. Merciful End is just a crazy build. Strong Drink tops us off. We'll keep on the Mom Pom since I have no worries at all. This would not increase our Doom damage. We'll buy this just because we have near infinite money at this point because of the membership card.
Got it.
I am having a lot of fun. I don't know if this is as crazy for everyone else, but alright, we can grab a Hermes buff here. We can get Rush Delivery, which is 100% damage increase based on our move speed. So we have a 20% move speed, which means this is just a 20% damage bonus. Absolutely grabbing that. That was a bit of money. We can take Ares first here. He's got a couple more things that increase our Doom damage. But we have, I mean, everything you could hope for at this point. To the point where it's getting ridiculous. But there were enemies there. There is not anymore. That one's gone. That one's gone. Take a peek in the well. Don't need any of it. I guess Blinding Flash on Athena from the shop could be good. don't really want to take that call effect. So maybe we'll just take this, as it kind of passively increases our damage. Let's go look at this Athena boon.
Here's the fee.
There we go. Your abilities that deflect also make foes exposed, so they take 50% more damage, in addition to our other backstab damage. Just slice our way through those guys. Slice our way through those guys. Go ahead and clear out these rats. Another one spawned. Oh, it burned our cutter. I don't know what exactly is happening there. It's like using the cutter damage before it charges the flying fist. I'm not certain what is happening. Alright, we get to fight this guy now. He's gone. He's gone.
What do we have here? Enough of this place.
That one's typically taken us a lot longer in the past. We'll do this so that we can buy pretty much everything that's left in the shop, I think. Could also have gone for the Zeus room to try and get the call, but maybe the Athena buff will offer us a call. Should be fine as well, since we don't have one.
Not now.
Because we have deflect on our dash, we don't need the call, but it is nice just to have a little bit of extra protection.
A satyr sack.
Let's grab our sack full of duck meat for bestest boy. Oh, we don't quite have enough money. But I said we were running infinite on it. You know what? This is so fun and so fast. We're just going to go ahead and run the Zeus chamber. Don't even care.
Not yet.
I'm gonna just do an extra one. It's not every day you get the full merciful end combo rolling.
Do that.
And it helps rank up our mom pop bar. Oh, I think it's because I'm triggering the explosive dash. Like, it counts me as still in the dash, and so it's doing the dash upper instead of just charging the dash strike, maybe? I don't know, it's hard to say. I guess we take this. Your revenge effects sometimes occur without taking damage.
Duo power.
So we'll just randomly... Ooh, you know what? Take that as well. And then out of here, we can get Athena's call. Perfect. Sack of duck for bestest boy. Maybe it's not duck. Maybe it's some other fowl.
I owe you one, boy.
Alright, so now this is, this is the Hades fight.
Show me everything you've learned of how to fight.
Oh, I will. I'm bringing it, Dad. Just you wait.
Now.
Alright, that's phase one.
Darkness.
Oh, don't hide on me. We're not done. That's phase two. Well, I guess it's not phasing, that's just, Alright, that's the third part of phase 1 here.
Try that again.
Okay. Happily. Come on, get out of Invincible. Don't you want to play? Aw, he died.
Again, you have defeated me somehow. And yet,
Oh man, he's dead.
see you at home.
Well,
Yes. In the name of Hades.
I'm gonna unclick the Fist of Demeter because while it is very cool, it is not entirely necessary for this. This dash upper thing actually wound up screwing up a bunch of our abilities. But Curse of Agony is the first thing you get. Then you have to pick up Divine Flourish so that you can activate Merciful End. I guess maybe I could put that in there. Then you get Divine Dash so that you can constantly be activating it. The other big one is this, Impending Doom. If you get this, you are flying. Getting the Legendary was like icing on the cake. The Rush Delivery, unnecessary but awesome. Valued Customer. I mean, the build like this, how could we not? You know, that was great. That's great. So, very fun. Not limited to the fists. You can do it with a sword.
Blood of the Titans.
You can do it with the spear. You don't even really need things that hit that fast. You just need to be able to dash through. So, close range, pretty necessary. You're not going to do it with the bow. It's not going to be as strong with the shield, I don't think. Maybe you can make that work.
Having gained the surface once again, Prince Zagreus breathes deeply of the wildflowers and the roses and the like, among which one of them contains an allergen so intolerably potent that it causes this.
I mean, spring is just around the corner. 'Tis the season where this is going to happen. Allergens that are so potent, you're going to explode into a
Well, that was interesting.
blood balloon. Like you were in a Tarantino movie.
Megara's not around.
Megara's not around.
Here's the catch of the day. Or night.
So we only got one fish, but it did turn directly into a nectar. That's pretty cool.
Sure, why not? Chthonic keys.
One short of getting another one.
For.
You have done well.
Nix, sometimes I get the impression the Olympians look down on those of us born of the underworld. Is that my imagination, or what do you make of it?
The gods of Mount Olympus tend to think themselves above us, child. Or so your father often likes to say. He alone was relegated to this realm, and grew resentful of his relatives on high.
I can't imagine him otherwise.
No gift which you could bring me can exceed the value of our kinship, child, though it moves me to receive this offering.
It's nothing, Nix, really. I know you've always believed in me, and it's not something I ever take for granted.
I am grateful.
Where's our court musician?
There you are.
Have another bottle, why don't you, Father? Not like it's going to change anything between us, right? All the nectar in the underworld can't change what's already happened. Or change yourself.
You're probably correct. You must think it is my age that makes me obstinate, unable to change my nature. But I have always been inflexible. You think I'm proud of it? You call me father like it's an insult. I deserve the title only as a technicality, I know.
You could start being a better father at any point. There's no one stopping you but you.
Yes, well, unfortunately I am a significant impediment. You should be well aware of that. You were able to stop me. I have, thus far, been unable to do so.
Well, with that attitude...
Maybe just try the merciful end build.
One thing before you depart again.
It's very good at stopping you.
Until the Queen's intentions with Olympus come to pass, not a word to anyone about her presence here. Do you understand?
I do, but she won't have to hide forever.
It's my great pleasure to make your acquaintance. Call me Dusa, please. I'm your house custodian, and I am at your service. Anything you need, just call, okay?
Dusa, wonderful to know you. This house is immaculate. Night and day difference from before. Now I know exactly whom to compliment.
Thanks so much. I will not let you down.
Thank you in turn.
That means we cannot give one to Mama.
You have to tell me more about this pact you signed, Achilles. You and Patroclus. So you're doomed to never be together then?
You must safeguard the details of it, lad. Although it's not as bad as you make out. I ensured Patroclus is provided for. We wouldn't have been together anyway. Initially, he wasn't sent into Elysium, you see.
There has to be a way for me to make this right. Not just for him, for you.
You've other pressing matters to attend to, lad. And Patroclus and I have ample time to wait this out. I know you mean well, but do not discuss this matter with your father now. I fear that it could make things worse. Do you understand?
I do, I think.
I think we can give Than and Ambrosia, which means we'll finally get Mort.
Hey Than, for all the times you've bailed me out and just all the times you've been around for me, I thought I'd get you this, the real thing.
Ambrosia? Zagreus, where did you even... Don't you think this is a bit excessive?
You say that like it's a bad thing. A little bit of excess from time to time never hurt anyone, I'm sure.
Oh, you would be surprised. Though if you're going to embarrass me, you know what? I am going to reciprocate. Behold.
What? Thanatos, is this... You're really giving Mort to me? I'm deeply honored. Hey Than, now hypothetically, if I were to have vanquished Charon in single combat after having, I don't know, say, helped myself to one of his wares at no charge, how long would you say he'd hold it over me?
Everything is an exchange with Charon, Zag. If there was something you refused to pay for, then I'm going to assume that's why you're back here now. The debt is paid in obols or in blood, or their closest counterparts, I guess.
So then, hypothetically, we're squared away.
Yeah. I stole from him and then beat the shit up. Totally square. Whoops. Maybe not the most divinely righteous thing. Let me double check this real quick. I'm gonna put this in, and then it takes 4, and then it'll take 5.
Good to go.
Alright, for the sake of content here, I'm gonna run over to our house broker and trade in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do need Ambrosia to finalize relationships, but
I see everything about you now.
I'd rather run this. It told me to lay down. I think there's going to be a cutscene here.
The heavy sleeping underworld prince arises, with the feeling that the brief nap he intended as a respite from the rigors of the day or night apparently was none too brief at all.
So this is the flashback sequence about Zag's job. Before he discovered about his mother and needing to leave the house.
Responsibility rejecting Zagreus strides down his father's hall, quite unconcerned about the urgency with which he is expected to behave under a set of circumstances such as this.
Going as fast as I can, you hurry up.
The door to the administrative chamber beckons just beyond the hall. The prince perchance believes that he may enter quietly, without drawing the notice of those laboring within.
You better not give me away, old man.
Suggest you hurry in there, lad.
sorry.
You're late, boy. Again?
The day or night's duties are sheer simplicity itself. At least at first. As when the prince simply signs in to signal the commencement of a shift.
Oh, gods.
Get on with your responsibility.
Security reports concerning failed escape attempts from Tartarus require timely verification and official response. Neither of which Prince Zagreus is fit to give.
That is not correct.
Attendance records of the working shades who toil for the house need to be verified. The shades' due compensation rapidly approved. And yet the prince cannot remember all the necessary steps.
I haven't forgotten. No one told me.
So, we can pick anything here. None of these are actually our job. There's no correct or incorrect answers.
The training lacking prince's efforts to administer approvals to the judgment terms ultimately leave a lot to be desired.
Incorrect.
The often failing prince attempts to sort the ledgers in the fashion necessary for the proper keeping of his father's realm.
Damn it.
That's not correct.
A careful record must be kept of all expenses paid within the house. A delicately handled tabulation process, which the prince is ill-equipped to fully undertake. Disorderly Prince Zagreus gazes upon the endless stacks of parchment paper, each containing work details to be registered and neatly organized, and starts to feel his optimism fade.
Oh, it's faded.
Prince Zagreus must have some favored tasks in the administrative chamber of the house, but surely none of them include the tasks demanding his attention here.
Correct.
Enough, boy. Wrap it up.
At last, the work-disliking prince records a summary of the results of his attempts to be of any use to the administrative needs of his grim father's house.
Okay, I'm done. So...
Not only were you late again, but then you also failed to perform even the simplest tasks that I had asked repeatedly that you complete. How many chances do you need at this? I am too lenient with you.
Too lenient? Instead of lambasting me non-stop, have you considered maybe training me some more to do this fascinating work to your satisfaction? You'll forgive me if I didn't memorize every laborious detail the last time you performed your monologue about how all this works.
Excuse me? If I'm not mistaken, you're deflecting your incompetence toward me? As though the goddess of wisdom herself has come to aid you in your time of need. I could replace you here and now with any number of simple shades hungry to work here.
Then why don't you? I don't want any of this. I'm not the one who drew the short lot with your brothers and got stuck here forever. Why am I having to do this senseless parchment pushing for you?
Why are you stuck? You're not. You're fired. I was wrong to think you were prepared to take on any responsibility at all. And don't you ever invoke your uncles here again, or I'll have you cast into the lowest pits of Tartarus. Now get out of my administration and my sight.
At least I can't be late for that job anymore.
And we don't have to do that job. Alright, I'm going to switch the mirror a little bit so that we can play Aspect of Hestia. I'm going to put on Fiery Presence, which deal bonus attack damage and special damage when striking undamaged foes. We're at 75% there. I'm going to keep on Family Favorite. I think that's the only thing I needed to switch. For this one, typically, this aspect, which I will explain, after you manually reload, your next shot is impounded. So if I shoot Skelly right now,
You been messing with that shooty thing, pal?
it's like 10 damage. If I reload, it's 150 damage. Typically, you throw on the Eternal Rose, and then this aspect is very good at functioning with just the high percentage attack that Aphrodite offers. We don't have rerolls, so we can't guarantee we get that attack. I'm going to take the Shattered Shackle. Your attack, special, and cast each deal 50% damage while not empowered by a boon. That goes up as we rank it up, but until we can get a really high percentage boon, we'll just keep this on, and kind of play it randomly. We also now have access to Mort, who's the first of our companion summons. As you rank them up, you can use it more often, but this one specifically, when you summon him, it'll deal 3,500 damage in an area in front of you after a brief delay. So we'll use Mort. It summons Thanatos. He does his big circle on the floor. I can't show you until we're in the instance, but we'll use it at some point.
Any favors here?
So we'll throw on, you know what, we'll drop this and we'll just put on... no, we'll do it this way. That's fine.
All right, let's get to work.
So basically what I'm going to do with this one is just reload, shoot, reload, shoot, reload, shoot, and hopefully just kill everything.
My Lady Artemis, your favor's been invaluable to me. No finer huntress ever walked the surface of the earth or underneath.
You're being very nice to me and that makes me suspicious, understand? So you want more of that, you keep this up.
It's very nice to me and that makes me suspicious, understand? You want more, keep it up.
There's a lot of feasting here, I guess, and the air is cool and crisp, and it's much brighter than it is down there. Sounds like a dream, right?
Alright. So Artemis does have a strong attack, but since this is offered at common, I'm going to hold out. I'm going to put on the special. And a lot of this build is just going to be trying to do this. I don't... yeah, we probably don't need to be power-shotting the numbskulls, but I wanted to show it. Oops.
The goddess Demeter.
The goddess
Lady
Demeter.
Demeter, I am forever in your debt for the affection that you've shown to me, and for the power you've bestowed.
The everlasting winter means that nectar's been in rather short supply. That you would think of me for such an offering is duly noted, then. My, but you're as determined as my foster brothers were when my sisters and I stood with them against the Titans way back when.
So this gives 40%. It can be palmed, which is highly likely since we only have 2. I think we actually do take this one.
That's cold.
Nice. And we are rewarded with a palm right away. So we actually hit that sooner than expected. And we're taking just a very short damage drop, but it's so early here that it clearly doesn't matter. And now we palm this up to 56. It's a damage gain from what we were looking at. But that's most of this. Boom, 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 boom. Hammers that can increase this. Ricochet shot. Rocket bomb works. Seeking fire actually could work really well here. Your attack seeks the nearest foe and deals an additional 10% damage. I think we're going to take that one.
No getting out without a drink.
Do the heal, even though we don't need a heal. Let me double check how far we've gotten Ares. Just 2. Ooh, we should really take Ares. Alright, gotta fight the sneak. Not a problem with this setup.
Lord Ares, please accept this token of my deep appreciation for your generous support.
An offering? For me? Indeed. How gracious that you keep me in your thoughts. Know that likewise I keep you in mine.
shoot that before I forget.
I faintly sense the mark of Goddess Demeter upon you, Her power over plentitude is opposite to mine in some respects, but lately she has channeled it in manners more agreeable to me.
Okay, we'll take Urge to Kill, which will add even more percentage damage to our attack.
This means war.
We'll go for the Nectar, one because we just used all of ours, two because if we high roll, we can palm our attack, which is all of our damage. In later biomes, when things have more health, we are not going to be able to just one-shot everything like this, so we really need to keep our damage percent up to be as efficient as possible.
Who should I give this to?
We didn't. We lost the coin flip on that one. The Hades fight can take a while doing this. That said, because it's the rail, you can play at a range where it is much safer. But the other hammer that we would like is the one that makes your attack penetrate armor. Or like penetrate foes. That way we can shoot Theseus in the face and we don't have to try and run behind him all the time. Which is just... It's fine, it's just kind of annoying to have to do it. Especially because then he gets into his spinning attack and... Ugh. We get more from the mini-boss, but I do need the gems pretty bad, so I guess we'll go this way. Ooh, Thanatos.
Looks like I got here just in time.
There's a fish there, too.
I have a feeling this is not going to take much time at all. Prepare yourselves.
There we go. You better.
Also, you have to break the armor all the way before you can...
That was the last of them. Good work, my friend.
For you, Thanatos. The Olympians might be accustomed to this stuff, but I think we should have our share of it down here. At least you should.
You know, the Olympians do have good taste in certain things. The last bottle you gave me, it was better than expected. Though I almost decided not to try it at all.
But try it you did. And now you'll get to try this one for comparison's sake. Each one's supposed to be different, you know.
Different, huh? Well then, I guess I'll have to see what you mean by that. Thank you, Zag. You didn't have to do this.
Yeah, but...
Good to see you taking little Mort there on one of your strolls. Means I can better keep an eye on you out there.
He's been great to have around for sure. Still can't believe you found him after all this time. You used to always carrying him around. I was so sad for you when he got lost.
And I cannot believe you still remember that. Regardless, he will not be getting lost again under your supervision. Accurate?
Nope, he'll mostly sit in a keepsake cage.
Should be something useful here.
There isn't. I'm gonna fish, and then we're gonna...
Always time to fish.
Go into the palm room.
I got one. What do you know, a hellfish?
What the hellfish?
Good enough to eat.
Gotta put it on attack. We'll go in here. Guess I don't know. We can buy Hermes, I guess.
Should help keep me going.
Additional dashes are always nice.
Charon, I always thought Olympians never consorted with chthonic gods such as yourself, but it sounds like Hermes is a close colleague of yours. You wouldn't happen to know why he's helping me, would you?
Oh, that answers it.
I'm sorry, mate. I meant you no offense. Enjoy it, Charon, mate. Don't go thinking I'm just being kind to get you to lower your prices for me. That would be unconscionable.
Or did we get work for me? Alright, so here's a fight where it's going to take more than one shot, right? Gonna try and put a cast in for more damage. We do get to phase. Not too bad. I'm gonna try and throw another cast. Ooh, don't get hit. Still pretty quick. And we just gotta keep the damage percentage up on our attack.
My weapons can grow even stronger now.
I missed that gold. I was in such a hurry.
Your progress has been duly noted, boy.
I'm gonna switch to Dionysus.
Okay.
Try to get strong drink, as that also adds damage percentage directly to our attack. The other thing I could do is sell my boons that can be palmed, and then put on the Mom Palm, and then they're all gonna sink into the Demeter attack, since it's the only thing we're using. We'll consider that for Elysium, depending on what we see here. I should have looked in that well at least, because, you know, by the time we get to Elysium, we might have too many boons to be able to do that. But it is definitely a consideration. Oh, so there's Dionysus. I kind of really want to take the... I have to pause because we have a timer running. I really want to take the Chaos Gate. I'm going to take the Chaos Gate.
Hit me.
Because Chaos can give us very high percentage damage on our attack. I'm talking like 70+% damage.
The void from which all life and consciousness sprang forth during the dawn of time. The realm of chaos. A land almost unseen even to denizens of Death's kingdom.
Could you keep it down? Come to me, fishies.
There we go. Caught a body.
Keep it, son of Hades. As we become acquainted, son of Hades, I shall make myself quite clear in one respect. I fear I have a lack of patience for discussion. When visiting, please merely listen and accept my mark, and then depart. Respond only when necessary, or when prompted. Yes.
Merely listen, so it's just like when I get those messages from the Olympians. Wait, you did just prompt me, Master Chaos, didn't you? Or should I have remained silent just now?
I cannot offer you advice, but you were prompted, yes. You may speak freely, then or any time, despite my wishes that you not do so. Absolute silence is my general preference. It may not be yours.
Right, we're not seeing the attack buff, so I'm gonna get greedy here and roll.
What else we got?
It's not come then.
Alright, so for the next 3 encounters, you take a huge amount of damage from traps. Afterwards, your attack is increased by 40%. That was only at common. If it had been epic, I think it's like 72, but this does not count as an encounter to clearing it. This does.
Trouble.
Trouble. No! Stinking bugger. Dionysus.
with Thanatos, isn't that right? A real broody sort. Sometimes I think maybe I ought to just invite him to a feast, but then what if he cools the whole thing down, makes everybody kind of you know?
Oh, I know, man. Totally. Alright, so we really wanted that one specific. If your health is below 50%, it restores it to that. Alright, fine. We'll take After Party. I just don't want to spend our roll yet. I'm not sure what I want to spend it on, but I'm kind of thinking maybe the Cell Fountain. So that we can abuse the Mom-Pom through Elysium and beyond, but we'll see. I haven't decided. I make no decisions yet.
That'll do it.
We're staying up on our, Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna go for another Chaos Gate. Because we don't need those, so we're going for the Palm. Try and keep our attack up. Because Chaos stacks. So if we get another one that increases our attack, it just increases it even further. And our attack is, like, the only thing we do on this build, so... Pew! Also, Chaos Spoons cannot be palmed. They do not appear in the cell well. Alright, so that's up to 75. Chaos is active now. We have the shop. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Cascade.
In the name of Hades.
Let's see. None of these are our attacks, so we'll spend our roll here.
Let's see what else.
Okay, you cannot earn gold, but then your attack increases by 35%. Totally fine. We'll go this way and see if we can get another palm. Can't, but we can buy some health.
What I need.
I'm gonna buy just a little bit of healing, I guess. We're not gonna buy that random boon, because, again, we're thinking about selling all of our boons.
Bone Hydra, I hope you know this isn't personal, don't you?
It's a very small, ordering thing here, as I'm doing a shot on the boss and then throwing the cast. So we get the increased damage on damaged foes. And so I want that high percentage damage from, oops, the shot to be what takes that, before we apply the cast for the increased damage there. Very minor sequencing thing. Certainly not make or break. You see I have to put one extra shot into these heads on their actual health because they're just a little bit too low to finish them off in one go. But all good.
Enjoy your magma bath.
Very easy, didn't take damage. If you wanted to play with the Pierced Butterfly, Thanatos' keepsake, which gives you a damage increase for every chamber you clear without taking damage, this gun, this aspect, is the one to go with. It's very easy to clear entire chambers without getting hurt. And then you can stack up 30+% damage bonus on your keepsake. Oh, I didn't realize that After Party could be... Wait, no, these can't be palmed. The only thing we have that could be palmed is our special, right? It's not in the well to be sold here, so... I guess we just hang out and
Next region.
hope that we win the coin flip. I bought the thing to summon a Chaos Gate here because, again, the multiplicative nature of the Chaos damage increases.
Time to pick a fight.
Very strong for us.
All right.
So, in we go. We don't have a reroll this time.
In the name of Hades.
And so we're not seeing our attack. We will go with the additional damage to undamaged foes.
Be careful, son of Hades.
Since that's already something that we're focused on here.
Right there.
These chariots have a lot of health, so it's taken a few shots to get to them. Alright, one more encounter on the thing that lets us... I mean, we'll just run through here, because... What do I want? What do I want? Don't have any nectar. I guess we'll go with this one because we could get a tier 2 boon for our attack.
We meet again, short one.
Short one? That's a low blow, sir. I thought you were the big honorable type.
You mock my sense of honor. Common tactic. Now prepare.
Not going to throw the cast out just to save a little bit of health against our Chaos Boon Curse, or Chaos Curse. Just gotta stay moving, keep reloading, keep shooting them. Not exactly advanced combat tactics here. Simple as that.
A warm-up for later. My chaos boon evolved
One of our
to
Chaos
effect.
Boons changed. None of these are wonderful for us. Especially because we learned Demeter's Aid does not work quite the way we want it to. Also, all of these can get palmed. So I'm going to roll. So we have a roll. This is kind of a weird one. After applying 10 stacks of chill causes a blast, clearing the effect. The blast causes 90 damage. I'm going to take it because I don't think it can be palmed. It's part of it. But also, anything we've shot 10 times, like, we're clearly just trying to put additional damage in it. So, it's fine. That one is weird. If you're trying to keep status conditions applied, it falls off for a little bit when it does the explosion.
Like that.
Okay, so these guys are not... Oops. Their actual health is not disappearing with just one shot. Which means I need to be conscious of that and not reload right away. After I clear the armor, I shoot here, and then I have to land one more shot to change them. Oh, I'm not supposed to cast yet. Right, it's the Nutter and Gold that fell off. That's... Reload, please. Thank you. Please do not shoot me. Now it's transformed.
Switch to a new effect.
Apparently Urge to Kill can be palmed, and I was just gaslighting myself into thinking that this was fine. I mean, it still increases our damage, so it's not bad, but Actually, I guess after a while, after we've got enough palms in the attack, it's probably better for it to go into Urge to Kill, because it's a higher percentage increase per palm. Bang. Bang. If we see Artemis again, we can go for her dash.
Yes.
As that is a percentage increase on damage as well. That is calculated outside of.
Let's see. I'll take this one.
Yeah, I want the hammer. I want the one that pierces, so that we can fight Theseus more easily. Okay, these aren't armored, so this should be pretty easy. And none of the other characters that we have with dash have an amazing dash, right? We didn't get Athena, we didn't get Poseidon. So...
hidden power.
Alright, we'll take Rocket Bomb. Your special becomes a rocket that deals 80 base damage.
Beware the adamant rail.
It's cool. It is not what we wanted, but that's kind of cool, so we'll just take it, I guess. Oh, actually, it's pretty good at helping deal with these guys, where we otherwise, well, if I can hit them, where otherwise we wouldn't have any sort of AoE because we're a single shot power shot build.
Got you.
Oh, I couldn't dash through it. Coin for the shop, which comes up here.
Should come in useful.
Let's hit the health. I don't really need another Ares buff.
Rematch.
Well now, Asterius, he's returned. And this time we shall have to vanquish him without the aid of our divine armor. A worthy challenge, no?
Oh, right, we turned off EM3, so...
Be cautious not to underestimate him, King. He has proved troublesome before.
Nonsense, my friend. For how can one underestimate that which deserves no esteem whatsoever? Together now, attack!
Yeah. Don't underestimate him. I don't under... He does exactly what he was warned against. It's just very funny. I don't want to catch. With this setup, it's actually probably better for us to just kite Theseus and remove Asterius from the fight. And then we can focus on getting behind Theseus without
You're next, King. Ready yourself.
without any worry.
Lord Zeus, I call upon your might. You monster.
It's me. I'm a monster.
will teach him.
I don't think it will. I don't think he ever learns. I'll just keep the Mob Palm on. I'm not really worried about it. I didn't use Mort. I absolutely should have used Mort at the start of that fight, but
should I take
kind of forgot that we had him, to be honest.
I'm out of here.
We'll use him in sticks.
Watch out, vermin.
We'll use them in sticks. An Artemis Wound down here. Go for that.
Thank you, mate.
This is... We're currently at 80. We dropped to 49, but have the chance to crit. I think it's better to just take pressure points and say that there's an extremely low chance that we crit on this attack anyway. What we want is the dash, the dash strike. So because then when we do things like that, where we dash and then shoot, it's just adding even more percentage.
That's one of their layers.
This is what Mort does. If they stay in it, they take 3,500 damage. Which, of course, that guy did not stay in it. The activation time on Thans is the issue with his. So we'll take the dash strike like we wanted.
Got to keep searching.
Ooh. Gotta catch a fish, is what we gotta do. Gotta catch a fish. Come on. Thank you.
It's a go.
It's a go. Go for the palm.
Come try me.
Oops. Okay. Well, I just kind of want to spam shoot because these rats only take one shot. They don't need a power shot.
Feels sick.
Okay, well this is getting stupid. Get these rats out of here because they keep eating the power shots. Oh!
Wrong chamber.
Get these rats out of here, I say. This would actually have been an incredible encounter to use the Mort that we have, but I mean, what are the odds that we see tiny burn? Tiny vermin down. Get the Palmer attack again. A little bit of money, so we'll go for another palm. We'll put it on our dash strike. And we'll just keep trying to dash strike sort of as much as we can. Really not worried about. Okay. Well, that guy just removed himself. Alright, we'll buy another use of Mort here. In case we get enemies in this chamber. You can't use companions against Hades until he tells you it's okay. It's pretty much the way that works. At first, when you first unlock companions, you cannot use them against Hades because they're all his employees. Eventually, he gives you permission. Whoa, it's just a giant rat that makes all of the rules? We didn't need it.
Disgusting. Cerberus will love it.
Disgusting Cerberus will...
Want something to eat, boy? Huh?
Vigilant Cerberus decides to look the other way this once.
This once. Just the one time. Never happened before, never happened again. Alright. This is just mostly staying out of his range, doing my best to dodge him, and then continuing to reload and shoot him.
It's kind of nice out here.
So, same thing you've seen me do with the other bosses.
Be still. These waters, teeming with Poseidon's river denizens. That one there before me. It's been taunting me, I think, for quite some time.
It's the fish in front of the light. It's taunting him.
You offering to take me fishing, father? Sounds more pleasant than having you slaughter me again, or the other way around.
You mistook my meaning. First you shall have my spear, then that thing shall, if it has not yet come to its senses. Though if you vanquish me, I'm certain your uncle shall not mind if you extract it yourself.
Bland too. Thanks.
Ready.
Darkness.
Oh, I didn't dash enough times, I guess. Pushed him pretty quick. It is easier to kind of clear the ads first and then focus on him.
Wretches of the underworld, I command you now to rise and fight for me. Darkness.
Just gonna hide. I'm not gonna kill this close, I'm just gonna put another shot on him.
Let's see you deal with this.
Now these things can be a pain because they draw my shot. And if I get stuck in them, then I take damage.
You wish to anger me?
I guess. Good. Could anger you. See, like that one, it shot way off to the left there, when obviously I was aiming for shooting at Dad. Try and hide, try and hide.
Blast.
Not too bad. You get to play at long range, so dodging him is fairly simple.
Such strength for me.
build is pretty
In the
easy.
name of Hades.
You put this on, you put this on. It's this. You pick the aspect of Hestia, you pump a lot of damage into your attack. We did have this, and this, and I guess this, which all increased it, right? That was the... I guess we could say that. But we didn't get strong drink. We didn't get... we did get this. It's also pretty good. It worked out, clearly. We dealt a lot of damage per shot, so... Let's go catch the fish that was taunting the god of death.
Got to hold nice and still.
Hold nice and still. If I do a little dance, the fish will get scared. Fish are terrified of dancing.
That's a bite. Another trout.
Another trout.
Found you.
So,
Despite
let's see what's
having
going on at the
transcended
house.
Past the confines of the underworld yet again, Prince Zagreus proves utterly unable to get past this point.
Thank you everyone, you're too kind.
Mr. Hypnos, I wanted to check in with you again regarding the procession line that's right in front of you, right over there. It's moving pretty slow.
I know. Those shades, they just go on and on and on and on forever, blathering about this or that. I mean, Lord Hades, it's a wonder he can stand it, listening to them every day or night.
Well, it's just, I think you were supposed to keep things moving, so if they're taking too long, I guess maybe you could say something, or any bright ideas?
It's a toughie, Dusa, because I think it's important that the shades who wait their turn, why, that they get a chance to say their piece. But it's a real tricky situation you bring up, so let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to sleep on it, and then get back to you.
Okay, well, if you don't, though, I'll check in with you again later, I guess. Because I'm under orders, so, bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Fish delivery for the head chef.
Yep, let's turn in this.
Here's what I caught lately. Always a pleasure.
Let's turn it. These.
It's a deal. Extra keys. I could use that. Don't have enough keys.
Don't have enough keys.
Welcome home, boy. Enough of this, boy. Even mortals know better. I don't want your nectar or ambrosia or whichever offerings. You owe me no such thing, and I shall not accept it any longer. In fact, here. You shall take all of it back.
Why? It's just nectar, Father. Lighten up. I get that you're surly about everything, but please at least try toward decency with me. If not for me, then for Mother.
How dare you lecture me? I mean... Look, as you told me yourself, there's no changing what already transpired. And our memories are warnings. When you have lived as long as I have, you come to understand your weaknesses.
What are you getting at? You're just going to give up, stick with what's comfortable for you instead of making any real effort at making peace with your son.
Listen to me. My attempts at making peace are going to be rather subtle for your tastes. I cannot change the past, and there is only so much I can do about the future. I tell you this because I shall not lie to you again. That much I swear.
It actually ends on kind of a sweet note there.
All right. Well, it's a start.
So we maxed bond with Hades. And he does, in fact, give us back all of the nectar we'd
You
given
know,
him.
Father, I must say, ransacking your domain beats having to toil endlessly in the administrative chamber. Far less painful, really.
Carl, is that your way of asking me for your old job back, boy? You were a scourge upon every administrative duty to which you were assigned.
Yes, please, Father, give me back my old wretched job, won't you?
Privileges are earned and not begged for, boy. Unless you plan to reimburse this house for all the income that we lost because of you, then you shall not so much as set foot in the administrative chamber again.
How much is the reimbursement fee, anyway?
Whichever exorbitant amount the house contractor has on record. Now leave me be.
Alright, which might mean we can buy access, to the house
Here's the
contractor.
fee. Father always
So
said
we
if I
can go
wanted
in
privilege
the
access again, I'd have to earn it.
Do not touch anything again in the
administrative chamber. And we can buy this last
funding and
upgrade
autonomy to do
where
this job upon your earliest convenience,
gemstones
contractor.
also give us some gemstone rooms also give us some things.
I remain your humble court musician, Zagreus.
Take care, mate. Hey, mate. What do you say we share this over in the lounge?
I think he's going to tell us the story of him and Eurydice now.
Oh, why? I don't see why not. I mean, it's not as though I've got something to do that isn't that. And anyways, I oughtn't have looked back. I mean, the moral of the story is to not look back when you are told not to look back. You understand, don't you, my friend?
Don't look back, huh? I'll try not to. Though you can't be blamed for doing it yourself just the one time. What happened to you, it wasn't fair, if you ask me.
I'm puzzled.
I quite enjoyed our outing, Zagreus, so I suppose I shall be seeing you around.
Take care, mate.
Alright, so now Zag knows the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice.
I must confess, I do enjoy having a good bottle of nectar every now and then. And you appear to have a careful eye for such bottles, from what I can tell.
My careful eye has got to be the green one, hasn't it? To having a discerning eye, Mother.
Nyx has a very steady presence, doesn't she? I want to say she hasn't changed a bit since before you were born, but I know that she's been through a lot.
She's always managed, and quite gracefully at that. Never seen her break a sweat over anything, even when I confronted her about you. Though you two seem closer than I realized, I think.
Well, your father isn't always the conversationalist, and Nyx, she was the first chthonic god I ever met. I suppose she welcomed having another lady about the house.
I'm sure she did.
Be well. Ah, now this is something, lad. I'd hate to think that you've returned to bring me this just for my sake. Though I'm grateful, really.
You've always been there for me, Achilles. Even when Father pushed me away. This is nothing. I don't think I can ever repay you.
Your enemy is not the wretched dead, and not your father, lad. It is the underworld itself. It has been fashioned to prevent escape. You must have seen by now how all the chambers seem to rearrange themselves.
The underworld itself, my enemy. I'll do my best anticipating its surprises, sir. Fan, level with me on this. You didn't happen to hire a shifty character called Skelly to assist me here and there, did you?
Who? What? No. Why would you even ask?
Didn't think so.
Alright, so the administrative chamber. It doesn't really do anything most of the time. You get these file cabinets. Well, let me interact with the water first.
The cool, purified waters of the Styx are available in limitless supply to all servants of the god of the dead, authorized to work endlessly within the house administrative chamber.
The job's #1 perk. No thanks.
But it lets you review your clears and then your usage statistics, basically.
Boon records.
That's most of what it does. It'll have later story implication later. But not just yet. What did we get here?
I guess this came to pass.
Nice.
The contractor's
more
been keeping
diamonds.
busy thanks to me.
These are the chaos spoons, I think. Suppose we can increase Dark Foresight again.
Nyx's power.
All right, I think we're going to call this episode there. We got 3 runs in, 2 with the rail, 1 with the fists. We'll probably just keep farming for more Titan blood in the next episode, continuing to work our way towards the conclusion of the epilogue. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Then hopefully, I will see you next time.